I'm Scott Trebatoski, Acting Chief of Animal Care and Control. We had a study done by 3 universities, University of Florida, Cornell, and UC Davis in California. And that was done back in September, and the official findings came out today. And probably the biggest finding was dealing with population management. Although the corrections were made before this report came out, when the vets first met with us and told us we had some issues with population control, we went ahead and fixed it before the report. But the issue was, in the past, the shelter had the idea that the more animals you had in the shelter, the more animals you were going to place, when in fact there's an optimum number of animals for a shelter, what the shelter's been built for. And when you maintain that optimum number, it actually increases your adoptions. And the reason a smaller number leads to greater adoptions is when you're overcrowded, you have disease transfer, inability to evaluate animals, so you don't know which ones are the best candidates for adoptions. You have animals that are commingled that don't know each other, so you increase stress. And in some cases, a dominant dog will push a more passive dog away from the food, so then they get weakened systems, which leads to potential for more disease. So really, overcrowding is the worst possible thing, even though your heart says, well, you didn't have to euthanize them, but ultimately you probably end up euthanizing more because your good adoption candidates get sick or get stressed out. But we've got between 50 and 100 animals coming in every day, so you've got this constant flow, and that magic number was right around 300 animals, and then if you ever looked at our stats, we were spiked at almost 700 animals, and so we were more than double our capacity. Now we're working towards that capacity and with a little bit of flexibility, but it's a lot less stressful on the animals. It's a lot less stressful on the employees, which means we retain good people, because after a while, when you got that many animals in such a small space, people just can't handle it, and they'll break down and say, I just can't deal with this anymore.